That's the three different themes you're going to see, all represented by a bunch of different people. Okay. So Monarch, as of right now, is kind of on the is just kind of on the protect humans at all costs realm. It's a little bit in shambles, okay, because people didn't really understand like why Monarch is keeping these things secret. Like Monarch's the type though, they'll know that Godzilla is on Earth, but they don't want to freak everybody out, so they keep it secret. But then there are a couple other companies as well that are out there, one of which is headed by this young lady named Brenda Holland. Brenda Holland comes into the fold because she is working for this other company that's trying to, like I said, find a way to control Godzilla's, find a way to control the monsters. And I don't necessarily think that that's the worst thing possible, but it's not necessarily what everybody is signing on to. Okay, this role that she's playing, this new way of life that she's thinking about, everybody doesn't support it. Guess who does? This young lady here, who goes by the name of May, all right, played by Kiersey Clemens. She ends up being a supportive role of this other company that wants to kind of see if they can control the monsters. Eventually, they learn that that's not a good idea. Titan X, as they call it, shows up on an island somewhere where they're trying to kind of trap him or her before they didn't know what it was. And they ultimately, what's up, dog? What you looking for? My dog just came up. They ultimately learn, like, look, no matter where you bring this thing, it's going to be problems. It's going to be death. It's going to be destruction. It's going to be an issue. So what do? The young lady who does end up learning that her plan doesn't work because she gets some of her friends killed in this whole debacle, she ends up having a little bit of a change of heart as she watches some of her friends, unfortunately, not make it through a mess that she caused herself. Okay. She gets a lot of them killed, and she says to herself, yo, maybe this wasn't the right idea. I just really want to do what's right, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. And as a result, she ends up having other thoughts. And I think that's cool. That's cool to see character arcs in this whole phenomenon. But ultimately, we're still left with this big mess of having a new Titan on this side of Earth. So what do they decide to do? Well, Isabella and her friend, sorry, my breakdowns ain't as good as Yass's. I wish Yass could do these. But Isabella and her friend decide they're going to try to use Titan X to do some time traveling. And that's where things get a little tricky for me. Remember when I told you that they had Keiko fall into a void that was kind of in between these two places, and she didn't experience the time that moved in the same linear direction as it did on the surface of the planet Earth.